But they know it to be all week, right?
I don't know. I mean, I know it's you all week, and I think Aaron knows maybe, but
He doesn't care. He's like, see you later.
okay, 3, 2.
3, 2, 1. I'm Cynthia Izaguirre in Dallas with a look at your headlines from North Texas. A rally against data centers taking over the steps of the state capitol. It comes as the state Senate committee considers tighter rules for artificial intelligence data centers. Brittany Costello tells us the rules being proposed and what the future of AI looks like in Texas.
With signs in hand,
We all have to start banding together.
people from around the state
Somebody forgot that this is Texas. Everything is bigger here, including our resistance.
gathered on the steps of the state capitol, waging a war
Data centers and AI is a grave threat to
against data centers.
This is a spiritual war, people. It is a spiritual war between dark and light, or good and evil.
Inside, state leaders on the Senate Finance Committee are reviewing the state's data center tax incentives.
There's tremendous opportunities here.
Industry reps are defending tax exemptions that have grown from $14 million in 2014 to a projected $3.3 billion for 2028.
In areas of the country like Covington, Georgia, they are voting to get rid of residential property taxes because of a data center.
Lawmakers spent hours questioning the data center boom in Texas.
Did you say you live in Colorado?
I do.
Do y'all have many data centers there?
We don't, because Colorado actually does not have a state sales tax exemption for data centers.
With the protest outside growing, grassroots organizations are watching and waiting and calling for the governor and lawmakers to act now, including Texas Ag Commissioner Sid Miller.
I have called on the governor. People all across our state is called on the governor to call a special session to deal with these data centers finally.
In DFW, I'm Brittany Costello.
Loved ones are remembering the legacy of a North Texas woman found dead inside of her car in Carrollton. Investigators have arrested her boyfriend, accused of her murder. Scoop Jefferson spoke with the woman's family after hearing of his arrest.
I moved to the States after her.
After following her cousin Vera Patulik to America, Mariana never dreamed she would be planning Vera's funeral.
She was a good friend. She was a good human being. She was a good woman, good sister, good cousin, good daughter.
And a good mother to 2 little boys, Mariana says. And on July 20th, Mariana and their family reported Vera missing. While investigating her disappearance, Grapevine police located her car in Carrollton, finding Vera dead inside.
I would never think this would happen to her. I would never think in a million years.
Carrollton police arrested Vera's 38-year-old boyfriend, Donnie Benedict, on a murder charge, whose attorney has not responded yet to WFAA about his arrest. According to her family, Benedict and Patulik went to a Carrollton nightclub on July 18th, saying friends told them later the couple got into an argument, and that was the last time they heard from Vera, who spent the last year working in education. Grapevine Colleyville ISD shared this statement with WFAA, saying deepest sympathy to the family, friends, and co-workers of Vera Patulik, a long-term substitute. Our thoughts are with all who are impacted by this tragedy. The biggest impact, her cousin says, Vera's 2 boys. So this GoFundMe will help cover sending her body home to Serbia. The remainder for her 2 sons, who family says they want them to know that their mom welcomed every challenge in life.
Remember her as somebody who believed that in life you can accomplish everything.
In Collin County, I'm Scoop Jefferson.
In Dallas's Deep Ellum neighborhood, ongoing construction is raising concerns among longtime business owners. The Commerce Street construction project started in 2019 and was supposed to wrap this fall, but its completion is delayed in another year, and businesses are growing impatient. Here's Mitty Hicks.
The construction drills drown out this orange sign on Commerce Street saying Deep Ellum is still open for business. Owners say that sign is drowned out by other signs like these fences and orange cones telling customers to stay away.
We're down 30%.
It's lunch rush at St. Pete's Dancing Marlin, where the owner says it's hard to attract the lunch crowd because nobody wants to spend their break fighting for parking.
Once that guy gets here and he's already blown 15 minutes, he's gone, and it's like you don't get him back.
And a block over on Main Street, it's the same story.
The meters are just always taken up, and then a lot of the parking lots, they're very expensive.
Cody Biggs says business is inking out slower hours. The weekends are usually the shop's biggest moneymaker, but now it's the slowest, so they change their hours.
We used to stay open very late on the weekends. We'd stay open till 2 a.m. Now, on Friday and Saturday, we close at midnight.
It's already rough to make a living as a musician.
Pickard has strummed the streets of Deep Ellum for over 30 years and says the construction has forced some hard calls.
I turned down a gig down the street because I'm like, man, there's nowhere to park, and I don't want to be dealing with that on a Saturday night with the traffic and everything.
The city's Commerce Street reconstruction project started in 2024. It was supposed to wrap this fall, but a spokesperson from the city of Dallas says it's now pushed to March 2027.
Doing the best I can with what I have.
Businesses in Deep Ellum are not sure how much more they can take. In Dallas, I'm Eddie Hicks.
New developments in a crash that killed 2 children and an adult in Terrell over the weekend. Police say they were in a stalled car when a semi slammed into it. Richard Solomon has new information from investigators.
The best way to describe these three,
they was just so happy. Every time you see them, they was just happy.
Is inseparable. Venetia Williams and her daughters, 14-year-old Sanaya and 9-year-old Aviana, did everything together.
They were a package deal where you see her, she always had her kids.
Lisa Williams is their aunt.
We had great memories. We did a lot of sleepovers.
She says they just moved to Forney recently, and the memories they created are what she's choosing to hold on to right now.
The Lord has us wrapped in his arms.
On Sunday night around 11:30, the Texas Department of Public Safety says Williams' vehicle became disabled in the right lane of US 80 near the Windmill Farms Boulevard exit. That's when DPS says an 18-wheeler hit the car hard enough that it went over the concrete railing of the bridge. The mother and 2 girls died at the scene. Amy Witherwright is an attorney representing the family.
We'll be able to see if the truck took any invasive action. We'll be able to see the gouge marks in the road. We'll track down where exactly Venetia's car was.
Witherwright says they're already conducting their own investigation as investigators continue theirs.
Figure out who was responsible, why, and could this have been prevented and saved this family from this horrific tragedy.
This stretch of US 80 is no stranger to tragedy. Earlier this year in March, 1 person died and 2 others were injured in a fiery crash involving an 18-wheeler. Now another family is left shattered by tragedy. But even as they grieve, they'll hold on to the memories that will never fade away.
We'll be okay. Just take it one day at a time.
In Kaufman County, I'm Richard Solomon.
And those are your headlines from North Texas.